Everybody, what's good? It is Friday afternoon, doing a quick vlog because it's been a little bit since I did one. I did an interview yesterday with a friend of mine, Josh Hansjörg from Be More Caring, and talked a lot about home, talked about the why of home, but really just kind of want to catch you guys up on some specifics. Things are really starting to move fast, and it's exciting. So right now we're on Facebook and Instagram. We're on the City Fam Baltimore group page. I'm on my personal page and on my personal Instagram, just trying to get the word out there as much as possible, get as much coverage as possible, because we're in the fourth quarter. We are on our way to the Super Bowl right now, is what it feels like, or we're in the Super Bowl, and this is all going to be over in about 8 days, I guess. So we're really in the hunt right now. Things are, like I said, are moving fast. On a personal note, I'm tired, but I'm excited at the same time. And it looks like it's really happening after all these years. It's actually happening. So for those that don't know, we're in the middle of a membership campaign to open Home. Home is going to be a coffee shop bar, but very different than any other coffee shop bar in the world. That's why we were calling it Home, because there's no place like home. There literally is no place like this in the world. And it really stemmed from when I was trying to make better decisions in my life. I did this, I cut off basically all my sources of fun were really like going out to the bars and girls and drinking and drugs. And when I stopped all those things, I found that there was a major shortage of fun things to do. And, I was making better decisions. Personally, I was going to church. I gave my life to Jesus, and I was staying at home all the time by myself, bored out of my mind. And eventually I just went back to the bars because I needed to have a social life again. And we're going to fix that problem. So that's really what Home is all about. And I'm super excited about it. We have so many people that have stepped up to help us out with this, so many volunteers, so many people that are now starting to give. And I don't know if for those of you who've been watching for a while, like I've talked about before, City Fam has been in existence for about 3.5 years. We actually were doing events for about a year or two before that, before we gave it a name. And we have never been funded. We're always just a group of volunteers grinding really hard, adding as much value to people's lives as we could, as much value to our city as we could. And we didn't really have a business model. People told me it was crazy. They said, well, how are you going to make money? And I was always like, I don't know. I just said, if you add enough value to the world, if you put enough good out there, sooner or later it's going to come back. I didn't know how or when, but I knew it would happen, and now it's really starting to. So in a minute, I want to recognize some people, some donors, some people that have became members recently. Obviously the best volunteer staff in the world we have people that are literally out there volunteering, running a committee. Then they're at the Orioles game, working a Pollock Johnny stand, serving hot dogs so we can get a percentage, because we don't have any outside funding. We've never gotten grant money. We've never gotten, I think we got one contribution. We got a $5,000 donation from a church 2 years ago. But other than that, it's our members. It's all members. They're doing everything. Everything that you see happening is because of them. So, I first off, I thank you guys, because none of this would be possible without you. Really, so thank you. But I did want to go over a couple things. First, like I said, it's been very hard. It's been such a grind. Like literally, just from the time I get up to the time I go to bed, there's no margin. And I know we got volunteers that are doing the same thing, but it's through those sacrifices that we've gotten to this point. And I told somebody the other day, I really feel like I'm having a baby, because it's just painful right now, and it's messy, and I'm tired, but I know that very soon there's going to be something really beautiful that comes from this. And so that's just kind of the analogy that I used, which people kind of laugh at. But anyway, one thing that's really kind of unexpected, that's exciting, is I put up a video on YouTube about a year ago called 10 Reasons Not to Have Sex Before Marriage. And I guess it probably had a couple hundred views on it, maybe 1,000 views, up until about I don't know, 2 months ago, a month ago. And just in like the last month, or even just really like the last week, it's just getting like 5,000 views a day. So last time I checked, it had over 25,000 views. And it's crazy. And I don't really know what's going on there. It must have hit on something within YouTube. But it's cool. And it's kind of perfect timing, really, because I got the book coming out, Why Waiting Works. It's finally finished. Super painful process, but I say it's the second hardest thing I've ever done. The first hardest thing I ever did was not having sex for basically the last 6 years. The second hardest thing I ever did was writing a book about it. But it's done. I'm excited. A lot of the delayed gratification now, I can see it's starting to produce fruit, and life is getting better little by little every day, and home is going to make it get a lot better quickly. So one thing I would tell you about home is we had a $10 level that we just instituted the other day. So before it was we combined, if anybody missed this video, we combined the CityFam membership along with the home membership. So now you'll get benefits with CityFam, where you'll be able to come to our events, our Renegades, Homecoming. We're going to have an event called Homecoming. But you'll also get benefits at home, like discounts off your check. You'll get parking. You'll get discounts on apparel, other things, conference space. So that's just one membership. Before, we just had a $25 and a $40 level. We went ahead and put in a $10 level because we just want more people to be involved. It's going to be very good for our members. We're going to have life coaching as part of your membership, where you'll be able to have access to group life coaching. We're also going to do seminars at somebody like that. So we're going to do seminars at home every quarter. Lori Lockamy is going to do a seminar, because really, again, all this, I would, pretty much say all of it. So I came out of that life, and for me, I was damn near addicted to everything. So for me to overcome those things, I realized what it took. It took, a great support system. It took life coaching, because I had to figure out my purpose, because that really put the fuel in my tank and gave me the desire to make the changes, because I believed that there was something better out there, and I saw it very clearly. And then so basically everything that we've shaped this model home around is basically for help people to become the best version of themselves and give them all the tools that they need to do it. Whether it be, if you're trying to quit drinking, we got non-alcoholic alternatives. If it's just a community, like good, like-minded people, we got that. If you want social events, we got that. Opportunities to volunteer, life coaching, so you can figure out your purpose. Everything is designed for people that are trying to become a better version of themselves, and to give them all the tools that they need. Like if you walk into a gym, you need weights. This is going to have all the tools you need to build a better self. So I'm excited about it. We have a $10 level. So if anybody was intimidated by the $25 or $40 level, you can go to homebaltimore.net and you can join it for just $10 a month. It's like the cost of going to Chipotle. So I did get a question from some people asking me, like, well, what if you guys don't make it? What if you don't get to 300 members by July 1st? Because that really is the number. So I don't even really think about that, to be honest, because we are going to make it. We have 2 more events, just so you know. We have a vision meeting tonight, and if anyone's watching, please go to the website. I put the link in a couple of these posts. Go to homebaltimore.net. You can register for the meeting tonight. We'll have food. We're going to be sharing the vision with people, and then we're also going to be allowing people to become a member, but also be a part, get on a committee, join a team. What are you passionate about? What are you excited to do? Because in order for us to pull this off, we need lots of people. We need lots of different skill sets, and everyone that's watching this is good at something, something that no one else is good at. You're better at something than anyone else, and we want to find that thing, and we want to connect you with it. Because honestly, when you start doing that thing and you start making a difference in the life of another person, that's when your life takes on new meaning. So that's what we want to do. We want to connect you with that purpose, your passion, and allow you to do that, because not only do we need it, but you're going to benefit as well. So tonight you'll have the opportunity to do that. If you're not doing anything, it starts at 6:30 tonight. It's actually in the building, 2324 Boston Street, where home is, and or home will be. So we'll be there 6:30 to 8:30. You can register on the site. Sunday night, we're having a Facebook Live marathon from It may be from home. We're not sure yet. The only reason I say that is because there's no internet in the building. But we're going to do a Facebook Live marathon nonetheless. And it's going to be 3 hours where we're just going to be doing programming. I've never seen anyone do this before. I've seen marathons on TV, like telethons, but we're going to do one on Facebook Live for 3 hours. So we're going to have music, we're going to have testimonies, we're going to have videos, and we're just going to really share the vision. We're going to sign up members. We're going to call people that have been coming to City Fam events, volunteering with us, socializing with us, serving with us, and we're going to call them and we're going to recruit them to become members. Because we need to get to 300, and we're going to do it, so there's not a doubt in my mind. I will say, if for some reason that we don't do it, just because I did answer the person that asked me that question, we will refund the money, number one, and then number two, we would give them the option as we'll change the levels back to just benefits for City Fam, and then they would have the option of getting a refund or just being a member within City Fam. But honestly, we're doing it. We're doing it. We will hit 300 by July 1st. And we will be in that building. Renovations will start for home in July, mark my words. So that's where we're at as far as everything goes. I did want to recognize some people now that we're at that point. So like I said, just some really amazing people that have stepped up. Our members make the magic happen. Like we're not getting money from government sources or grants or anything. Like everything that we are doing is from the sweat of our brow. We're working our butts off. I come in, I don't get paid. I scratch out a living on the side as best as I can. I volunteer at the stadium with an amazing group of other volunteers so that we can get a percentage of selling hot dogs so that we can put it into the bank so we can do all this. So as far as I know, there's no other group like this. There's no other group that works as hard as we do, which is why we got the hardest worker in the room shirts, and we deserve it. Because we're out busting our asses every day to make this happen. So I really just want to recognize these people that are on this list. So these are people that some of them were City Fam members and then they upgraded, or they just became a member recently. So Nikki Turner, she was a City Fam member, and now she upgraded her membership. And Roy Chappelle, old friend of mine, Roy Boy, thank you. Tracy French from Ambassador Services, big supporter of City Fam. She became a member of Home and City Fam recently. Tyler Hall upgraded. Willis Brown, I love Willis. He definitely is the hardest worker in the room. Jennifer McMillan, so funny story about her. She was listening to a podcast interview that I did with this guy out of LA. It was talking about the book, and she was from York, Pennsylvania, and she heard about City Fam. She looked at the website and she's like, this is amazing. She drove down here, she came to our home, our first town hall meeting, and now she's a member and she's on leadership. So like that really is the vision. That was a big reason I wrote the book. And I mean, obviously in addition, because I wanted to shed some light on that subject, some things that I learned, but it was also part of the strategy where I was like, look, this gives me an opportunity to talk about City Fam because I feel like people are having a hard time understanding what it is. So this is going to give me a platform to talk about it. And I know when people learn what City Fam is, because again, there's no other group out there like this, they're going to be like, holy crap, this is amazing. And they're going to want to start one where they're from. And she's just the beginning. This is all part of a master plan where home is going to be the final piece of the puzzle. And when people come in from other parts of the country, possibly even the world, they're going to be like, wow, this is amazing. And they're going to go back to their towns and they're going to do the same thing. And we're going to just, like we said, change the social landscape of each city. So it's a big dream, but it's happening. So I want to give thanks to Rich Naldrit. He came to our first vision meeting. He's an architect. We actually had a meeting with him today, and he donated $30,000 package to do the drawings of home. So he's going to lay out the whole design, for how everything is going to be, built out like professional architectural drawings, and that was a donation that just came in today. Thank you, Dan Church. Dan's awesome. He became a member recently. Thank you, Jess Bosa. He's became a member recently. He's also been doing a lot of consulting with us behind the scenes. Gina Henning, thank you. Andrew Parks. Kimmy Redinger, thank you, Kimmy, for your generous donation and becoming a member. Brian Suter, love you, Brian, back from LA. He's going to be a big part of the organization. Jessica Hellman, Christy Herron, thank you. She joined yesterday. Greg Spalding, he also joined yesterday. Donna Harriman, just selfless, great person. She's on leadership. She's also became a member and made a donation. Juan Rodriguez, I mentioned him before. DJ and Teresa Swick, I went to their paint night last night. Great couple, just watching us from afar and just believe in what we're doing. They became a lifetime member. Ramona Walcott, thank you, from New York. She's going to be our City Fam New York representative when we get launched in Manhattan, which will happen hopefully in the near future. Jonathan Cavill, I want to thank him. Kelly Whippich joined yesterday. Thank you, Kelly. You're going on a relief trip soon, and we're gonna I'm planning on supporting you in that. Chris Gonzalez, Gonzo, he became a member yesterday. Kima Levine, Tony Scotto from THB became a member yesterday. Christopher Pleasant, Matt Seifert came in today, became a member, a premium member. Jill Lampton, also a premium member today. And Julie Schuler, also a premium member today. So again, people are starting to believe, they're starting to support. This is happening. So, there's still time to get on the ground floor, become one of our first 300 charter members, make it possible for us to do this. And I promise you, we're going to bring big change to Baltimore and beyond. So that's really it. Tonight is the last vision meeting of the month. Starts at 6:30. You can register. We'll have some food. I think we're having food from Baja Fresh. And we're just going to talk. We're going to take a walk around the building. We're going to do a tour. I'm going to, share the vision and why this place needs to exist and how it's going to fill the void it's going to fill. And there'll be opportunities to get on board. Again, nothing makes you feel as good as making a difference in the life of someone else. And this place is truly going to be a hospital for the broken. It's going to be a place that people come into that are banged up from the world. People that they needed something. They maybe didn't even know what they needed, or maybe they didn't even know they needed something. But like I say it all the time, like I'm looking for people like me, because I was at 2 points. One, I was staying in alone every night by myself, bored out of my mind. Or two, I was going out to the bars making bad decisions because I thought, what's the alternative, right? And now there is. Home is going to be that spot. So join us. We want you involved. This is bigger than any one of us. It's bigger than me. It's going to be something really cool that comes out of Baltimore that spreads to possibly the rest of the world, definitely the rest of the country. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everyone that supported. Thank you for sharing the videos, liking them, whatever. It all matters. I mean, the reason I make these videos is because it's free. And the more I talk about the vision, the more resources come in. So I just want to share. I just constantly want to talk about it and get people involved, whatever that looks like. So if you can't give, if you can't be there, if you can't volunteer, maybe you live somewhere else, pray, share the video, whatever you can do to help us get the word out, because, we're going to fix a lot of problems. The opioid addiction is one major problem that I'm passionate about because I've lost a lot of friends to it, but I was talking to somebody about it today, and addiction is only one of the ways that when you don't have healthy community, that is definitely one way it manifests, but it manifests in lots of ways. You might be sex for you. It was for me. It might be gambling. It might be porn. It might be social media. Like as we become more and more addicted to these phones, we get less connected with each other, like real connection, and that causes problems. And that's, I firmly believe it's a big part of the opioid epidemic, is because people aren't connected like they used to be. So we want to kind of be the antidote to that, and that's what we're trying to do. So anyway, appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see some of you tonight. But you can go to homebaltimore.net. You can become a member right now if you believe in what we're doing. For as little as $10 a month, you can get on board. You can help us make this possible, and you're going to get some great perks too. So that's it. All right, appreciate you guys. Thank you. Bye.